Well guys, on Big Brother Late and Live last night, Trish did get a rather uncomfortable and awkward mention from Will before he introduced Chanel on to the show. I know the producers are aware of what happened to Trish over the weekend, etc, etc. But watch this clip, because I just want you to see how awkward it is when he asks Chanel the first question.
And here on BBLL, we're not content to just gossip about the housemates. We want to gossip with them too. Trish won't be joining us this evening, but don't worry, because fresh from Friday's eviction, make some noise for the amazing Chanel! Great to have you with us, Chanel. Make some more noise for Chanel, please. You look amazing. Chanel, it's been 48 hours since you left the house. How have those 48 hours been? A whirlwind, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I mean, Chanel, please talk. You could talk in the house. Why can't you talk on TV? I mean, really, throughout last night's show, every time he asked Chanel a question, or anyone asked Chanel a question, she took quite a long time to respond. Maybe that's what she's like, but I just think it feels so life-sapping when you're watching it. It just feels like it sucks the life out of the show. I'm not being mean to Chanel. Maybe just TV and presenting and being in public settings and talking is just not for her. Although you have just come out of a public setting where you were talking for about 3 or 4 weeks, but never mind. Now, something else did really prick up my ears last night on Big Brother Late and Live. At the end of the show, Will took Chanel out of the studio to sign a wall on which there are photos of evicted housemates and some of the presenters. Now, my eagle eyes happened to notice that on this wall of evictees, there was one person missing, and that, of course, is Trish. I took these photos, you can see them on your screen. I zoomed in on them. Yes, there are other people on there, but there are definitely 7 housemates' pictures on there of those who have been evicted, and Trish is not on there. If you couple this with a report from Digital Spy that apparently Trish is not going to appear on Big Brother Late and Live, I am rather concerned that producers might be trying to pretend like Trish was never in the show by kind of erasing any sort of memory of her since she was evicted. She was barely mentioned last night on Late and Live. There was definitely a subdued atmosphere throughout the whole show, and I just think that's not really the way to go. She was in the house. She was there for many weeks. She was, even if you didn't like her, I think, she was a good contestant. She brought lots of interesting things to the table. She certainly kept, the action in the house going, and now she's gone, you can really feel it. But not having her picture on that, I just thought that's not good. She was in there. We know she was in there. We remember she was in there, and she should be on that wall, just like all the other evicted housemates. Because if you're not going to have her back on the show, she's not going to be there to sign her picture, but her picture should be there. And I think it's really, really, really awful that it's not. So I really hope they put her picture up. And I hope that she can come back on the show, because she's now apologised. And I really do feel like we can't have one rhetoric that we kind of go by, and it applies only to certain people, but not to others, if you get my point. Especially during this week, which, as you know, is anti-bullying week. And if someone comes forward and says, I'm sorry for what I did, we have to forgive them and move on. Not say, okay, you're sorry, but we're never going to forget what you did, ever. Because that's not really forgiveness. And let's be honest, that's what Chanel was doing in the house to Trish, and saying, yeah, I'll forgive, but I'll never forget. And Tom did the same thing. Yeah, I won't forget it. So it's not really forgiveness then, is it? Because you have to bury it and let it go and move on. You know what I mean? But I thought that was really interesting, and I hope they are going to put her picture up there, because if not, that's sneaky and very naughty.